Hello, brothers and sisters. This is Wally Gator, IBEW Inside Journeyman Wireman, down here working out a local 177. Now I'm over here vacationing for the 4th of July. I took a few days off around the 4th, and I'm over here in Inglewood, Florida. I'm here at Stump State Park. I'm going to walk down these trails and look at the beach and stuff. This week we had to work around some new guys that came in. We had to work around them, and got me thinking about how a lot of times nobody wants to work with a new guy, and sometimes you're the new guy, but a lot of times you try to hide away when they start looking for people to go work with that guy or whatever. Most times, sometimes, some of you don't care, but a lot of times I want to go with what's familiar, work with the guys I've been working with. And got me thinking a while back. I had to work my tool buddy Perry. We'd worked together on the service truck. He drove a service truck and I drove a service truck, and we'd go help each other out on certain jobs or certain times and stuff like that. And got me thinking about him. And one time we used to kid around, and everybody would kid around. All right? He hadn't got to the job yet, but he was coming to the job. They kept saying, "Brian, he's gonna work with you," and I was like, "I don't want to work with Perry." I said, "Can y'all not keep me over here working by myself or wherever?" It was going to be a new job we were going to, and I was going to have to work with Perry. And I kind of didn't let them know at first, "Hey, I don't want to work with Perry." I just kind of laughed it off when they said, "You're going to work with Perry," because they knew how loud and obnoxious he was and overbearing and over the top. And ended up, sure enough, there he came. We had to meet at the other job, and they put me and Perry together, and I really didn't like that at first, but we ended up working so long together that we became real close friends, over time. Have to drop the phone when people are coming up. They won't get it. So anyway, me and Perry worked together for so long that it got to where I didn't want to work with nobody else but Perry. We became good friends, and I remember one time he was a big time Auburn fan, and he had a magnet on the back tailgate of his truck that said Auburn Tigers. And me being an Alabama fan, every now and then when I walked by his truck, if he wasn't at it yet and he didn't see me, I would grab that magnet, turn it upside down, and he'd drive off with an upside down magnet. I remember one time I took a picture of him driving off with an upside down magnet, sent it to his phone. He got to see it. He'd get back to work the next day and say, "Man, who did that?" We'd all laugh and cut up about it. And he'd rag us and stuff. It was good, clean fun. And another time I did it, and he didn't say nothing about it the next day at work. And he didn't ask who did it or nothing like that. But he didn't see me himself for a while. And after a little while, I said, "Perry, what's wrong with you, man? You ain't acting yourself." And he kept denying it. Told me, "Hey, yeah, I'm fine. I'm myself." So finally, after a little while, he said, "Look at that." He said, "Hey, you didn't turn my magnet over yesterday, did you?" I couldn't lie to him. I said, "Yeah, I did." He said, "Man, don't do that." I said, "Hey, it's just fun, whatever." He said, "Man, we were at I went to the store yesterday after work, walked in, got me something, came back out. There was 3 people, 2 guys and a girl, probably early 20s. and they were laughing at the upside down Auburn magnet on my truck. And for some reason, he said, I thought they did it. He said, so I said, did y'all do that? He said, they got in my face, so I got in their face, and before you know it, I done swung, hit one, knocked him to the ground. Girl went to screaming, I'm calling the cops. He said, I jumped in the truck and took off. He said, they were picking him up as I sped away, and I was like, oh my goodness, dude. I said, I didn't know. It was just a joke. I didn't know that was going to happen. I'm sorry, you know. He said, don't do that again, so I never mess with nobody's stuff like that ever again. Let's look at this side here. So that was one tool buddy that I'll never forget. Another guy I've worked with. I met him as I'm traveling, and he had to work with him, and you know, at first I didn't want to work with him because I asked so many questions. He's always got a question. Let's get to foreman. Go figure out what this is. He was getting on my nerves, and I said, no, it's fine. Come on, let's just work. Anyway, that job ended. It wasn't but a few weeks, and then we weren't together working anymore. Hired back in for another job, and there he was again. They put us back together. Different company and all. It just worked out because I wasn't wanting to work with him really. And boom, there he was working. There we go again, working again. I was like, man, this guy. Anyway, that job was a few weeks, and we departed. You know, I went back to my home local and worked. He went back to his home local and worked for a little bit. Those jobs ended, and we're back on the road again. We kept in touch a little bit there. So after the second time, he had done grown on me and started liking working with him, you know. And by the time I'm headed up to the next state to work, I called him and told him, hey, I just took a job up here. It was in Evansville. I said, I just took a call in Evansville. I'm headed up now. He said, I'm here now. He said, I just took a call. I said, I ain't that crazy. I said, it was a two-man call. He said, yeah. So both of us, guess what? Worked together again for a few, in fact, we worked for like 3 months there together. And to this day, me and him are still real good friends, and we keep up with each other. And I'm trying to get him down here in Florida to work with me some down here, show him all the beauty there is in Florida. Look at all this stuff you can do on your days off when you're working in Florida. But yeah, he's become a good close friend, and we talk quite often on the phone. So it just made me think how when you guys go out traveling and you think, man, I ain't gonna know any of them guys. Well, it works both ways. Most of the time they don't know anybody that, you know, and you don't know anybody, and you end up, you're meeting your new best tool buddy probably. You'll end up being friends with them for the rest of your career. So especially with social media and everything we got going today, how easy it is to keep in touch. Back in the old days, people would meet, maybe exchange phone numbers, lose track, lose a phone number, or change phone numbers, and you know, those days are gone now. If you want to keep up with somebody, you're going to keep up with somebody. So don't be scared to go out and travel, because you're not going to know any of the guys you got to work with. They'll eventually become great friends of yours probably. The crew we're in now, we're all becoming pretty good friends at working together and stuff. And we got each other's social media and all that, and we group text and private text and stuff like that. So don't be afraid of hitting the road because you don't know anybody. Just do it, and you won't regret it. So anyway, that's all I got for today. If you've worked out of your local and found a good friend, give a shout out to your local union, or maybe his local union number that you enjoy working at. Give me a thumbs up, leave a comment about your local union number. Really helps. Subscribe. If you subscribe, this helps me know that I need to keep doing different things like this, different videos, because I've been an electrician 31 years, so I've got quite a bit of knowledge I can pass on to you guys. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Love you guys. Be careful out there. Goodbye.